Hey guys, I ended up with a rain day, so I get to play with some stuff. This thing, parts coming in on it. Spoke to Brad Hill this morning to get me a custom inlet tank. Somebody told me they're around 2 gallons. Not really worried about the gallon capacity, which 2 gallons would be awesome for this bike, but I'll get that kind of done in, get the brake. I got a front brake kit. I'm gonna wait to install the new rim with the new front brake kit and the suspension kit on this before I swap the tires out, because this neck actually goes to another project. It's just I needed it now, so while I was throwing it together. But onto this thing. So I've been tearing an axle apart all day long. You know, ever since I got up this morning, I've been working on this. Swapped the 7-inch tires out for these 6-inch rims. Getting this rear end all pretty well leveled up. My 50 tooth is going to mount on this perfect. I've got to take it apart a couple more times and kind of just finicky it up, but I need to get this thing leveled out. I was just doing this while I was messing around for something to do this morning. Where I'm at on it is I don't like how this chain setup, they do this chain setup, which I do like the fact that I have this here. I'm gonna stick in a chain guide through here and run it on a bolt so I can adjust the chain in and out. So Studs Racing they are a 1-inch live axle kit, stretch kit that you can put on a Motovox, which the Motovox in these are, I mean, they're pretty darn close. I know I will have to trim it up. I bought the 6-inch stretch kit for the Motovox, which I had to trim the top tabs. I'll have to trim the top tabs off of it to make it work, because I was trying to get away from this whole chain setup and go something completely different. But I've been building trikes for other people and customers and stuff like that, which a lot of them don't like you to, you know, show their stuff. And I'm just kind of like, you know, I get that. I wouldn't want, you know, that out there, but I'm gonna build myself one. They're really easy to do. You knock it out in no time flat. I don't need a suspension. I just want the suspension on this one. I'm gonna make a hardtail. Swap the tires over from those 7-inchers to these 6-inchers I had laying around. Getting the geometry kind of lined up for that. I know I'm gonna have to take this off and flip it completely around so I can get it kicked out off this other piece that I have laying around. I'm gonna cut this off and use it because it's a brake adapter, or I'll use it as a template to cut me a new one and put in there. But you know, I got a lot of meat and taters in here for adding a brake adjuster and that, but just kind of getting my ducks in a row and figuring out how I'm gonna do this. I've been wanting to build myself a custom trike forever. I have not seen one of these done on a Storm yet, so get the parts in, get this bike disassembled. I will be using the 196 for now, and then want to add a torque converter later, but as it is, I'll just use the clutch and go from there. I have my 60 tooth that was originally on this bike, because that's gonna fit on there just perfect because of the 3-bolt pattern, but it's also got a six pin on this. I kind of, when I had it all apart doing the rim swap and cutting everything else out, I had that 75 to 35 chain one and kind of lined them up, and it's going to work out just great. I will have to drill for the 3 bolts, I'll have to drill it just a little bit, but nothing major. Nothing I can't put in drill press and get done. But I'll be using the 60 tooth on it because I'll have 2 rear wheels instead of just the one. And that 50 tooth, we're not going to let it go to waste. It will go on this bike. This bike's at 45 mile an hour right now. I want to pick it up and see if I can get 50 by swapping a 50 tooth to it. So kind of go from there. You know, these are my 3 project bikes. This is the one bike that Doesn't give me much of any problems other than still I need to jet the carburetor a little bit. I need to kind of bump it up a little bit, but nothing major that I can't run full open on the carb. I have to just a hair back, but it just needs jetted a tiny little bit. This thing, the brakes are coming in on it, so be here any day. I've still got some suspension going on. Eventually, you know, I want to build a custom bike out of this thing. I want those 10-inch polished Go Power Sport rims. I want it just rear suspension, all of it, but I just don't have $2,000 to dump into it right now. So, you know, work on what I got. These are kind of my little bikes. I've got the bigger bikes that I hardly get to, but this is where I'm kind of wanting to get at. I want to get the cruiser, the fast one, and I guess kind of the cruiser, but yet still kind of safe for anybody to hop on and ride. But we will add suspension, we'll add the front brake kit, and then get the rear brake kit or on this hardtail going and go from there. But I'm just tinkering today, guys. I had a day off. Decided it's getting pretty hot out, but that's where I'm at. We'll holler at y'all later. Have a good one.